Ciao Rooney and g'day. My name's Venessa Wagner and here I am at the stunning Opera House in Sydney. We're going to meet all sorts of characters, regular ones, crazy ones and just good old Aussie troopers who make the fabulous Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras one of the biggest nighttime events in the world. Let's get on board. Thank you. Mardi Gras has been happening now since 1978. It started off as a political protest and has turned into a huge event now, attracting over 700,000 spectators, tourists, millions of buckaroonies and more sequins that you could poke a stick at. Traditionally though, the dykes on bikes have always led the parade, screaming up and down with their fabulous two-wheel machines. Thank you. Well, here we are in magnificent Oxford Street, commonly known as the Golden Mile to some of the locals. Well, it's not too crash hot during the daytime, but I tell you what, with a lick of paint, a dust of showgirl glitter and some mood lighting, it really comes up a treat. You'd be amazed at what some people have under their pantsuit to look glamorous on the night. Well, speak of the show-off devil, I've got a couple here right now. Hi Paul, hi Shane, how are you?
Hey Vanessa, how are you?
Vanessa.
Good. Now you've been involved in the absolutely Patsy's float at Mardi Gras. Please explain.
Well, Patsy was an icon back in the 90s and she was just perfect for doing a Mardi Gras float at the time.
What's the attraction to the Queens? Is it the drinking habits of her? What is it?
Oh, the drinking habits, her lifestyle, the substance abuse.
The men she slept with.
And the colour and movement. Now, if I could just plonk this on, because you can never have enough colour and movement in the world, can you? Now, I've noticed here, in fact, I've clocked a rather cheap $2 framed fax. What is this all about?
This is a fax that we received from Joanna after our float in 1994.
She was thrilled. She says here some of their legs are better than mine. Warm and good wishes and 1,000 thanks, Joanna Lumley. Well, the 20th century has been peppered with iconographic people, whether it be Marilyn, Shirley Bassey, Noddy, or even Thomas the Tank Engine. Here are some of my favourites. And how does it feel to be Mr. Gay Sydney? Do you have to be the gayest person in the world and be a practising homosexual?
The biggest puff in Sydney.
The biggest puff in Sydney.
If I was any happier, I'd be twins.
Oh my heavens, can you believe it? Well, darling, cheers.
Thank you.
Have a lovely night.
Well, you too.
And wear that rainbow sash with pride. These are the VIP bikini babes. Look at them all. They're bikini babes from hell. What's your name?
Oh, bikini adult girl. There's about 15 of us.
Tell us your name.
Hiya, it's Chiquita.
Give us your name.
Sparkle off. Scrutiny. Breathless moaning.
Spam, chocolate, love.
Politics.
I'm not sure if the cameras can handle this much glamour. Set your televisions to VIP Bikini Babe Fest. Bye, girls. We've just had the Order of Perpetual Indulgence pass us. What is your name? I get confused with all the girls.
Sister Carmen Get It.
Sister Carmen, get it. Oh, it's Pauline Pants down here. She's made it all the way to Sydney. I love it very much. Pauline, darling. Oh, I'm very good. What's it like to be in this parade?
Oh, we didn't actually know it was on tonight, but we were taking Pauline for walkies and we just got caught up in it, but she's made a mess down at Crown Street.
Oh no, Pauline's made a mess, darling.
We decided to sing on a back door man for the fans and they're liking it, they're really liking it.
I love you and I love your work. Oh! For you! Yes, Tony. Yes, darling. In 5 minutes. Yes, darling. I'll see you at Stonewall. Great. Oh. And after the break, you will see some of the most fantastic marching groups you're ever likely to set eyes on. Oh, we're back. Tony, how are you?
Very well, thanks.
Now, you've been involved in the Gaviation group, which is one of my favourite marching groups in the Mardi Gras. Tell us more.
Well, I'm the president of Gaviation, and we've been around for about 3 years now. We started our group around a pool in one of our glamour hotels around the world. As a flight attendant, I travel all the time. And we decided it was about time the flight attendants became more involved in the Mardi Gras itself. So, for the last few years, we've had 2 really fantastic exhibitions, and we have upwards of 140 people.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's been working really well, and we're on the way to getting things organised for next year as well. We've got a huge group coming in next year. In fact, so much so that, you know, that all the airlines of the world are chasing us to become a member of their alliance.
Oh.
Yes, we're very excited.
So what does that mean?
Well, every step you take walking up Oxford Street, you get frequent marching points.
Oh, go the space waitresses. Guys, I'm down here and we've got the Melbourne Marching Boys. The weather's balmy and exquisite. There's the smell of burnt out car motors and rubber on the street, and I'm surrounded by gorgeous men from our southern famous cappuccino style city. Will you look at this? The choreography is magnificent. They've got little torches so that if they get lost later at the party, they can find each other. How is that? I'm going to give it a bit of a go. Is that right? How do you think Mardi Gras is? Let us know how you feel. What's your name? How are you? Are you having fun? She's having a ball. See? Never too big or never too small. Everybody's involved. It's a family show. Well, here I am at the Mardi Gras workshop. It's one of the epicentres of activity, and all around me is people donned with hot glue guns, jigsaws, you name it. It's where all the sequins get stuck onto things. As you can see, there's a couple of rather sad-looking mannequins, but in some beautiful Australian regalia. A thong frock. What more could you ask for? And, of course, a furry boomerang dress. Some of these outfits and some of my past experience working at the Mardi Gras workshop have inspired my current glamorous look. And over here is another wonderful piece of... Oh, my giddy aunt, it's alive! Is that you, Philippa Playford?
That's right, Vanessa.
Philippa, you have been in almost every Mardi Gras for the last 10 years doing something wacky and fabulous. What inspires you?
Well, I think it's the glamour, I think it's the fun, walking in a parade in front of thousands of people, and the challenge of it all. It's just a great night.
It is wonderful. Now, what inspired you for this television look?
Well, I was determined to make it onto the TV screen tonight, so that's why I made this costume.
It's wonderful. Now, do you get all channels?
Oh, yes, mostly queer channels, though.
Right. Now, also, I've noticed here you've got a pair of lovely big chest puppies bursting out of the screen. There's nothing like that to get the attention of the media. Did they look at you?
I think so. I think I had 40,000 people looking at me.
Wonderful. Now, could you give those pasties a little bit of a twist for us? Oh, Elvira, eat your heart out. If you thought you had enough silver with my ensemble, check out these 3. It is the Hi-Ho Silver Girls. Now, what is the meaning of your silverness?
This is the Silver Convention. I mean, we girls are sick of coming first. We want to come second for a change.
Look who the hell I've got here. It's Miss Powderpuff herself, and she's sensibly wearing her cosmetics. How are you tonight, darling?
Oh, look, I'm so wow.
You are wearing your stuff. Now, are you going to apply makeup throughout the parade?
Well, I thought it'd be sensible, but what I've done, I've actually put a shellac over the top so it won't move.
Fantastic. So you're
sensible.
You're very sensible. You're very gorgeous. Can I just do a bit of a puff slam with you? Oh, she's clean, I tell you. It's fantastic. Bye, darling. And here I am with the sluts for Jesus, the rockiest chicks in the Southern Hemisphere, if not the whole wide world. How slutty are you, girl? They are the most experimental makeup girls in the whole wide world, and they're not afraid to play a guitar either. Rock on, girl! Yes, I'm down here with the nudists. It's incredible. Like, some of them are wearing cod pieces, but if you have a look, there's a lot of bottoms. It's a mass moon session, I think. It's brown eye central down here. Luckily, they're just walking and not bending over. The parade isn't all just about frou-frou-fra-fra colour Camparian movement. Of course, it is a celebration, but let's face it, it started as a demonstration, and all sorts of community organisations express themselves through the Mardi Gras parade. It's a chance to say, hello, we're here, and we've got something to talk about, whether it be an HIV/AIDS issue, homelessness, or equal rights for people. Another important thing is it's a chance to raise mega bucks for all sorts of community and social organisations. Look at this amazing thing. It's incredible. It's like, oh, it's burning hot. It's a theatrical device, but I was fooled. It's a fiery, fiery float of pent-up, glitter-clad people. Boys, can I have a dance with you? Oh, be careful of the outfit. Well, we're approaching the end of the parade route, whatever you like to call it, and just way over there is the Fox Studios Australia. Oh! Stop! Trish, darling!
Vanessa, darling!
How are you? Mwah, mwah. I've seen you in just about every single parade. But darling, I'm sorry to tell you this, you're a little early. It's not until March next year.
Oh, no.
You look great. The boots are stunning. I hope no polyesters have suffered for them. And who does your hair?
Oh, it's a hangover from the Stefan salon, darling.
Oh, from the 80s, and you've stuck with the look. Isn't that great? You know, the Greeks aren't the only ones that support the parade. People from all over the planet come, from every single continent. I think bar Antarctica. So really, it's a truly international event. Darling, it's lovely to see you. Mwah.
See you in March.
Adios, cha-cha.
From England.
Oh, they're from Brighton, which is just south of London. It's a beautiful seaside
It's
town.
gorgeous.
From seaside town to seaside town.
It's good.
Shout out to Brighton.
Hello, Brighton. Brighton's good, but Sydney's better.
Where are you from?
Chicago.
Chicago. Oh, I know the city well. It's renowned for its magnificent architecture and beautiful lake, and of course, beautiful men. Are you enjoying Mardi Gras?
Brilliant. Excellent. Yes.
And here we have the Antipodean delight herself, Miss New Zealand, all the way across the Tasman. She's trucking through the trends. You wear the same frock every year. We love you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much, Vanessa. Aren't you parched?
Oh, look, I'm just wearing a lovely curtained outfit, and I just think that your look goes on and keeps on going on. What's in your handbag?
I've got to go.
A mint leaf. Thank you, Miss New Zealand. We finally caught the Mountie. Now, I heard that you haven't been wearing sensible heels. You're wearing something very high and sexy, aren't you?
Very high and sexy. This year's the highest, love. Open-toed, the only way to go.
Open-toed shoes. What's it like to be one of the only people from Canada in this stunning event?
What was that again, love? Why?
Well, what's it like to be in Australia from Canada?
I wouldn't miss it for the world, love. I've been coming for 20 years.
Oh, look, from colony to colony. Ciao, darling. Looking resplendent in all that military gear with a slightly feminine touch. Oh, look, I've got the queer Irish people here, I think, are in Guinness. Of course, they were kicked out of the St. Patrick's Day parade in New York, but they're here. How's it going, darling? Is it good to be queer and Irish?
Great to be queer and Irish.
Oh, how fantastic. And do you do this very often?
First time.
First time in 20 years. Have a gorgeous parade, darling.
I will too. You too.
Oh, I'm coming over all Guinnessy. Sport, sport, and yet more sport. Australians love their sport like no other nation on earth. 7, 8. Oh, yes, it's a mark. And Mardi Gras is no exception. It's an entertainment, almost like a sport unto itself. And also coming up in the year 2000 here in Sydney, the Olympic Games. And I can envisage me training thousands of Australian school children to enter the main stadium in the shape of a huge high heel. Come on, Aussie, come Come on! Well, if that's not enough colour and movement to entice you down here, I don't know what is. And year 2000 is going to be bigger than the Y2K bug, only prettier.